During October 2022, I had the privilege of hunting the Nyakasanga safari area with my wife. The hunt was outfitted by Charlton McCallum safaris. And yes, the Nyakasanga safari area is an area spanning 140,000 hectares or 350,000 acres. It is flanked on the west side by the Rifa Wildlife Area and on the east side by the world famous Mana Pools National Park. The area actually runs from the bottom of the Zambezi escarpment all the way to the Zambezi River, creating an absolutely stunning wildlife area. I do prefer to drive into safari camp wherever possible because I do believe it gives us an opportunity to really get a feel for the country, a feel for the environment, to look and see and interact with the people. And yeah, it was October in the Zambezi Valley, and down in the Zambezi Valley, it was very hot. 43 Celsius is just over 109 Fahrenheit. At the bottom of the escarpment are several naturally occurring springs, and on several days, we visited these springs in the hope of finding fresh buffalo track. As buffalo was kind of my primary animal I wanted to hunt. On this specific hunt, we also hunted hippo, crocodile, and hyena. And at several of these springs, we did find buffalo tracks and pursued them. But unfortunately, never got onto them, and I didn't hunt the buffalo at one of these specific springs. It's an amazing place with all these baobab trees, and we actually ran into lion at this specific spring with these baobabs. Another way to hunt this specific area in between the escarpment and the Zambezi River are several naturally occurring pans, and these big pans hold rains during the dry season. And these pans are very often where you'll find fresh buffalo track when they come in to drink. And the buffalo I hunted, we actually saw them coming in to drink at one of these pans after following tracks the whole morning, and simply ambushed them a couple of 100 yards away from the pan and made a good shot. So I also tried to find a hippo bull in one of these pans, but unfortunately it was too dry, and the one we did find was a little too small. But exciting hunting from these pans nevertheless. Now, obviously, you're going to track for long hours during the day, and the environment here is actually it's absolutely stunning. You have these big forests of mopani trees. In October, obviously, nothing had leaves, creating a lot of noise at the on foot because wherever you step, you're stepping on dead leaves. And then all those amazing baobab trees that you hunt with or amongst this, it's just unbelievable. And then having the river at the other spectrum where you have all this lush greenery, and it's just absolutely amazing. To hunt next to this river, and eventually that was where I hunted both the crocodile and the hippo. But absolutely amazing experiences because you see so much bird life, and if you have a little bit of time at the end of your hunt, we actually added 2 days at the end of our hunt to do some tiger fishing and bream fishing, and it creates a lovely way to kind of relax and actually enjoy the environment. But an absolutely stunning amount of big trees, lots of animals, and I mean just the whole landscape is just absolutely awesome. As with most things in life, people really make the difference. And Charlton McCallum provided us with an exceptional team of people to make this hunt a truly unique experience. My professional hunter was Miles McCallum, a partner in Charlton McCallum Safaris. He was supported by an apprentice PH, Dave Mann. Between the two of them, did an absolute stunning job in finding all the animals, doing good trophy judgment. I really am grateful for the great experience they put together. And then their trackers, the two guys I have here on this photo with me. Morgan is the older gentleman. finding tracks, judging them, saying, well, they're fresh enough to go, or no, they're old enough, let's leave them. Geez, that just comes from years and years of experience. A man with a fantastic sense of humor. The young guy is Viedzo. He has a great future ahead of him. Very, very tuned in young man. Very wide awake. And really, it was a pleasure and an honor hunting with him. And then the game scout, John, helped us out. Very often you'll kind of lose tracks and then you have to go pick them up again. And he was an active part in this, which was really joyful. But yes, the people really do make an immense difference in how you enjoy or don't enjoy a hunting experience. The Nyakasanga camp is built right on the banks of the Zambezi River, and it is an ultra low impact camp. It's completely dismantled at the end of the hunting season and leaves a very, very small human footprint once everything has been removed. The camp is very practically laid out. It has a couple of African safari tents for the professional hunters and the clients, and a mess tent. So if we take a quick look at these safari tents, it has living quarters on the front end facing the river. Really, really nice to lie there in the evenings and just watch the river, listening to the sounds. As you can see, these tents are set up underneath these huge alberta trees. And these alberta trees during October throw out pods. And these pods are high protein nutrition for elephants. So not uncommon to have elephant, waterbuck, other animals in camp. Uh, the canvas tent also has a very, very practically laid out bathroom at the end. It has a shower which is manually filled with hot water every afternoon when you come in from the day's hunting. It has a flush toilet and wash basin. Very well laid out. And underneath the shade, it actually dampens the severe heat in October quite a bit. Yeah, very, very nice place to stay during your hunt. It's quiet. You're really close to nature with just having the canvas between yourself and the animals. One thing which is important to note is that these tents do provide good protection against mosquitoes, mapani flies, and tsetse flies. So, it is your little safe haven while hunting. And yeah, I mean, it provides an immense view of the river and then also the escarpment on the Zambian side. As I said, the bathroom laid out very, very practically, completely private, but open on the top. And you can enjoy a shower underneath the stars or underneath the sunshine. So, a lovely experience to wash underneath and close to nature. Now, most of the meals were taken in this mess area. It's just a canvas canopy with a table, and it's amazing the type of food that these guys can come up with just this little black stove in their cooking area. And then, in the afternoons and evenings, having an area to sit with a fire right on the banks of the Zambezi River to just relax and contemplate the day's hunting. These are the things that make these hunts great and give you great experiences and time to think and time to just soak it in and really enjoy Africa. As a hunter, I'm very careful not to take the really nice things we get to experience and see for granted. I mean, walking underneath these sausage trees, seeing bushbuck, experiencing, all the different sights, every now and then running into a new species like this crested guinea fowl. I've never seen it before until I hunted Nyakasanga. And then the really special things, running into a pride of wild dog at a pan and just having the time to sit there and observe them and to see what they do and how they interact with each other. These are very special things that we need to be very careful not to take for granted because as hunters, we almost have exclusive use of these areas when we hunt, and we need to treasure and value these experiences. Very often people live a whole life and not see these rare animals. Running into lion, and again, just having time to spend with them and just see what they do. And I think something else which is really special to me is how close we can get to these animals when we hunt. Without spooking them and without disturbing them. Uh, and those things are really of value above and beyond simply just the hunt. I think it takes us back to a long, long ago time when we were truly a part of this. And I think it's really a great experience to be part of it yet again. I mean, this elephant was just really relaxed, enjoying a meal, and it truly was a special experience to be able to get close to him and just enjoy sitting there and just looking and just be at peace with nature. Truly a phenomenal experience, and these are things, as I say, that we need to value. One of my absolute favorite uh, events on this hunt was the breaks for lunchtime. Miles always used to find a truly spectacular spot to set up the table and chairs, and we'd enjoy a light lunch and then take a little nap and rest out a little bit. And usually these followed 6 hour trekking events, so we were tired, and water was welcome. And the only problem I ran into with these deals is for some reason the Mopani flies just absolutely loved me, and they would just harass me endlessly. Amazing, these small holes that they make into the Mopani trees where they actually make their honey. And yeah, an interesting little pest, but nevertheless part of the hunt. I'm really blessed to have my wife Elfrida accompany me on these hunts, and it's really magnificent to have a friend that accompanies you on these and literally walks mile for mile with you. And I'd like to also expose you to some of the sounds we heard in this camp. And so, even though it might be dark and you don't see anything on the screen, the video ain't done yet. There's a couple of sounds that'll follow, which we heard virtually at least every second night, if not every night. The last day of the hunt was my wife's birthday, and an absolutely phenomenal afternoon and evening was spent on one of the islands in the Zambezi River just across from the camp. Uh, the fine people from Charlton, McCallum had set us up a small little deal to enjoy a meal, fire to cook it on, a little bit of lighting, but it was a really relaxed uh, afternoon and evening. One of those things that money just really cannot buy. It was just a super afternoon, and a birthday that will be remembered forever. I also managed to bag at least one small tigerfish, and also managed to get a bug into my ear. And Miles was on hand to actually quickly get that bug exterminated, and eventually we got it out of there, and I was good to go. I'm a little bit of a sentimental guy, so at the end of each hunt, I actually go into the fire and collect some ashes for my ash bag. I still use an old conventional ash bag. And yeah, there's only one thing that beats the embers in the fire in Africa, and that truly is the phenomenal sunsets, of which we enjoyed a bunch out of this in Nyakasanga camp. And you know, this was just one of those hunts which will stay with you for a lifetime. Thank you very much to everybody that made it possible.